going on, Mike? Let me know if you can hear me. Hello. How are you, Mike? Just going to get situated here and see who's going to join and hang out for a little while. And what's up, Rover? How are you? Okay. Sound good, look good. This is one camera view. Then I got another camera view. Let me adjust that a little bit. All right. Just gotta figure out why the chat's not on the window. Let's see. Okay. There we go. It's coming up on the screen now. All right. Welcome, everybody. Inside the Mind of Matt. I figured I started repairing this CR-10 on a live stream, so I figured I'd do one again. I ended up not being able to get the printer actually functioning during the live stream, and it turned out that I didn't have a bootloader on the board, so I had to go through and disconnect all my connections that I had made up to my Arduino Uno card and hook up and install and flash a bootloader. Ended up getting that taken care of. I got some dings I gotta take care of. Dingy dingies. So anyways, I ended up finally getting the board in, running, and I started to print something, and something small was fine, and then I started to print something big, and I got like the weirdest phenomenon. It was almost like I was printing PETG at PLA temperatures, but it was PLA, because since then I put it in a different printer and it's printed fine. But I got taken the HotEnd apart again, and the throat was kind of like that. So this will be a live unboxing as well, because I haven't opened it up yet. But this is the MicroSwiss all-metal HotEnd conversion kit for the CR-10. Excuse me. What this allows you to do is to convert to a all-metal HotEnd with a stainless nozzle and not have to do any firmware updates or any rewiring or anything. Basically, you're gonna take the old HotEnd off of its mount. You're gonna heat it up and take the nozzle out, take the throat out, take the heating fan, set that aside, and install this into your new heater block, new nozzle, mount it back up in the same spot, retram your bed, and you're back in business, theoretically. Well, I've done one, and it's exactly what it is. And I'll tell you, that machine is a model price maker select. If you didn't get to see that video, it is Operation MicroSwiss. It is a theatrical production of mine with a lot of effects that I have liked to put into my videos. If you haven't got to see that one, it'll make you laugh. It's worth the watch. So after the live stream, go watch that. Operation MicroSwiss. Jim Carter, I see you in there, buddy. Jim Carter's actually in that video. So you definitely have to go see it. So got a skewed view in the house. How's it going, Shalom? I got NJ Printing. How's it going? Robbie May. Let's see. I think that's everybody. Got 12 people. A couple people ain't chiming up. Just reading back some in the chat and see what I missed here. Anyways, so let's I also, what you're seeing on the screen is my CR-10 behind me, and I've printed out a new fang mount, and this is a multi-component type of mount. There's several different parts that go together and made it easier to print. It also comes with a extra mount for an auto bed leveler. And I'm going to get up underneath the hood and I'm going to change this thing. A wrench. So that's my task for the night. And then to premiere it, I am going to break out some PE or some TPU, and I've got something to print in some TPU. Robbie, to answer your question, I got it off of Amazon, which it was directly from MicroSwiss, but I got it through Amazon. So there is a link in the description as to where I got it for if you want to check it out there. It is an affiliate link, so it doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help the channel out. So I really am interested in, actually I printed out the fang before, and that's when I actually discovered the start of my HotEnd problem with this CR-10. And I believe that like almost 600 hours worth of printing, like right from the get-go, it just never stopped. Once I got this thing, it started printing my Stormtrooper, and it went for 600 hours. And I found that when I took it apart, about, you know, that much of the end of the PTFE tubing was burnt, like black. So that's when I had it set in my mind that I was gonna get some Capricorn. And when I went to Murph, and I did, and I put the ruby nozzle on, and I just never was able to get it to print. So now it's time to put something different on it, something straight. What's up, Victor? How we doing? Got Bob Young in the house. Hey, Bob, I am going to the post office tonight. I've got your box of parts all boxed up, and I'm going to be mailing that out to you tomorrow. Also, I'm hoping to get my motorcycle out and registered, not registered, but inspected, so I can feel safe being on the road without some cop messing with me and not having an inspection and all that. So it's supposed to be nice tomorrow. Victor, I hope you get your chance to get out too. I'm going to smoke this, and then we're going to go update or start tearing this thing apart. So, guys, got any questions? Oh, excuse me. I did work all day. I wrestled about it was 6. That was 1,200. That was another 3. About 3,000 pounds worth of gear mounting it up on the wall. Needless to say, it was heavy, hard work. The only good thing was I was in the basement. It was nice and cool. I'm tired, but I want to get this printing. I do want to show you a little behind the scenes. You guys will get a sneak peek. Actually, I'm going to do this a different way. Hang on. Oops. What do you want? This one. It's the Open RC. I'm going to have me a remote control race car here pretty quick. I'm actually printing this all in Tesla filament. Got some PETG and PLA. But I'm going down. I'm going to kind of kill 3 birds in 1 stone tomorrow. I'm going to go out for a motorcycle ride and get my motorcycle inspected. I'm going to stop at the post office on the way and drop off a box to mailed out to Bob. And 3, the Honda shop is here and the hobby shop is here, like real close. So I'm going to be stopping over there and looking at a remote control for my RC car. So yes, for Murph next year, you better believe it. Ricky Bobby, I'm coming from you. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. So anyways, anybody printing anything, let me know in chat. Somebody's blowing up my phone. I don't know if anybody's just joining, but once again, I'm going to upgrade the HotEnd on my CR-10. But I didn't finish showing, and I did misspeak. There is a new heater block. There is a new nozzle and a new, oh, I'm not showing that off very good. New heating or cooling fin, a new stainless nozzle. It does come with a new heat block, and you just end up putting your existing heater cartridge inside and your new thermistor right inside of this. And this is something new. It comes with its own little silicone sock, which my last one did not come with that, so they're catching on to the E3D. And it comes with an Allen wrench in order to do all that you need to do. So, hello, made new Makerspace, one of my Patreon supporters. Thank you for your support. Yes, may the 4th be with you for a little while longer. May the 4th be with you. I did think about bringing my Stormtrooper helmet up here and started the stream out with that, but it's still being, like, it's all dusty and stuff from being sanded, so. Weather's starting to get nice, so I'm going to be able to get outside and start working on some of my outside projects and like some painting and some more melting and stuff like that. What's going on, Jerry? Welcome. All right, smoke break done. Get a swig of coffee. I've got to log on to this thing via some Octoprint and get it warmed up. And I'll be able to take the nozzle off. So I'm going to switch camera to that guy. And we're going to get busy here. So I'll be checking on the chat here and there. If you guys got questions about what I'm doing or anything, please post them in chat. What's going on, Red Light? How we doing? All right. I'm going to connect. I am connecting. Alright, we're connected, and I'm going to warm the hot end up to, I just need to be able to take it apart, so let's go 200. Alright, I'm going to go to work. We'll start by taking the fan off. Now, one of the things I am going to have to do is, I don't know, let me know if you guys can hear me good over here. I do have a fan blowing because it is kind of warm up here, but can y'all hear me while I'm over here? Let me know in the chat. Let me know if you could hear me. Check, check, 1, 2. Can you hear me? Hello. Hi. How's the volume? Is it all right? Okay. Anyways, as I was saying, I am going to be doing a fan modification on this because I have a different fan, and I believe it's going to be this one. No, it's going to be this one. I'll take it off with this guy. Which I need a different. But anyways, onward, forward. Gonna remove, actually, you know what? Only because I want the nozzle that I really have to take this apart, so. I didn't open it prior to the video, or to doing this, so I wasn't aware that it actually came with the new heater block, so that's a good thing. Just gotta find the right size wrench. Okay, it never actually started to warm up, so I gotta let it warm up. Let's see. Jacob, where do I get my filament? Well, I have a local place that sells it. It's called MG Chemicals. I get a lot of there, but I've also been sent a lot of filament to review for the channel, so I get it from a little bit of here and a little bit of there. But I've been printing a lot with Tesla. Actually, the entire car that I'm printing right now is all made, we're printed with Tesla. And I really like the filament, so. The reason I'm going through the teardown is because I want the nozzle. It'll fit in another one of my printers, so I'm going to take the nozzle out. And the nozzle's out. Okay, so now I'm letting it cool off. I'm gonna release the heater cartridge at this point. As well as the thermistor. Okay, now the only thing left is to remove this. And now I have a naked CR-10. Mike got a smoothie board today for his tornado. Did you get it running yet, Mike? Jacob, you want to see what my A-net looks like, huh? I'll show you what my A-net looks like. All right. It's in my lax table. I've been printing PETG with it. Prints really nice, but it's a very, very noisy printer. As far as the bearings need to be replaced because they're very noisy. So I will be eventually doing an upgrade on that as well. But yeah, it still prints. I do have a video I'm going to be making about upgrading the firmware. Not that I'd be the first guy to do it, but I'm going to do it because it's actually still got the stock firmware. And I also have to do a repair on the bed connection because I see a little bit of burntness. So maybe I'll show how an electrician fixes an electrical connection on a 3D printer. Huh? What do you think, huh? Alright, back to the CR-10. Off of my A-net. This is printed off my A-net. This is PETG. That's one of the last things I printed on it. Alright, so let's see. I do have to figure out how this mount goes. Yep. Hold up, wait a minute. Gotta put my reamer in it. This mount is printed in Tesla's PETG orange color. There we go. That's nice. Alright, so I'm going to try to get a close-up on this. This is a different design, but it's like held out around it. And this is the new throat. And it just kind of goes in there, and there's a grub screw that sets right inside there. And it's a new design. Well, different from what I witnessed from my prior upgrade of the MicroSwiss. I did pay for this, so this is not a review or anything like that. It's just me sharing my upgrades with you guys. It rained really bad here in upstate New York today. I don't know if you guys got any rain, but it rained pretty hard. I'm going to thread it into the new heater block. And thread the nozzle in. All the way, and I'm going to back it off a little bit. 1, 2, 3. I go like 3 flats. What I really like to do is get the actual wires pointed in the right direction. Need a bigger wrench. 7mm. Once again, this is all metal hot end, stainless nozzle, so I should be able to do any type of abrasives with this with no problems. Alright, now let's see. Just trying to line up, see exactly how this thing's supposed to go. This is the problem that I had the last time, was that the model didn't fit. And I ended up breaking it. And this is not fitting. That's I am in Binghamton area to answer your question. There's Stephen. All right, let's see. Go to Thingiverse. Let's also take you, put you over here. Yes, there we go. Print out the Flintstone car. I'll tell you what, that Flintstone car is pretty awesome. If you haven't checked out Askewed Views 3D YouTube channel, they do 3 designs a week. They're actually taking things from us old guys past and turning them into 3D models. They have a Thingiverse, My Mini Factory, a YouTube. They put out videos. They print them out on a Prusa and a E11, or is it E10? The CR-10 compatible, the Tornado. There we go. Good bunch of guys. Hopefully I'm going to get to run into them in about a month and a half, 2 months. Sorry, I'm looking for this model so I can actually see how it mounts. I thought I had this, but I needed a break. It's warm here. I don't know what it's like here, anybody everywhere else, but it's definitely got warm here in New York real quick. They took us out of the freezer and put us in the frying pan. Like no thawing out, no nothing. It was just like boom. Oh, let's see. Yes, you're an old guy. Don't get you. How can you get me confused with Walter? That's like the complete opposite ends of the map. All right, let's see. It's the way it's supposed to be. Let's see if I can get you guys to see this. Copy. Let's go to Firefox. Need to add. Jerry, to answer your question, I basically recorded myself in 2 different places and then edited them together through my editing software. If you watched my alright, you're not gonna see anything right here for a second, but I'm trying to add something here. Yeah, well, actually, if you go back and you watch it, just as I say, stay tuned, the table shifts, and the reason is because I forgot to turn my autofocus off, but I'm trying to do something here real quick so that you can see what I'm seeing on my monitor. So let's there we go. Okay. So I'm gonna go there. This is the model. It's gonna keep making me log in. So this is the model, and I'm just trying to figure out what happened, what went wrong. I know I printed the right amount. Let's see. Oh, don't you love it when you get organized? You think you're organized, but you're not. But anyways, I just got to figure out which one, how to stick this in. Otherwise, I will be, here we go. Anyways, I'm going to go back to work here, try to get this thing to fit. Got sidetracked and I set my screw and stick down. Yeah, not only have I had to learn all the 3D printing tricks and trades and softwares and this, that, and the other thing, I've actually been studying how to edit videos, to do effects and stuff and make it, you know, some interesting content so that, you know, you guys want to watch my videos. So let me try one other approach here that I didn't think of. But I just did notice, alright, another thing is these two set screws are, you want to make sure that they're on the bottom where your nozzle is so that you can tighten it. So I've got to redo this. So you learn from my mistakes. I'm going to slightly modify this. Hey. Okay, I just gotta put this guy back in. Now, if you weren't doing the whole fang thing, it would literally be done already. So, the fact that I'm putting the fang on it is really what's complicating this whole upgrade, so that you know. But I'm looking to change the look of it. So, this is what right? Alright. I guess I've got to turn this guy off now. I'm going to be removing the fans. Where did my needle nose go? What's going on in chat? Let's see what's happening. Oh, a two-part fan. Actually, it is a 1, 2, 3, 4-part fan or fang. I just see something. No. Yeah, there's 4 parts to it. And if you add there's 1, 2, 3. Not sure exactly what this part does. I was just looking at that. But it's also got an extra part for an auto bed leveler, which I believe at some point here in the near future, I will be putting one of those on this. So that's another thing that would be happening at some point. Fan's in there tight. Alright. Use a smaller wrench. They did have a model that I could have printed that had on the end of this, I could have just put the regular fan on it, but once again I wanted to change the look of it, so that's why I printed this mount, and I'll be using that fan. I have to break out my crimp tool, do little DuPont connections. Okay, well, done. Let's see, what do we want to do next? What do we want to do next? I think I need to find some screws for this guy. Gonna match up the hole. Need to get a nut on the end of that, but that in itself is going to be a task. Which apparently I am up for. Ugh. I've got to get that little knot down a little hole and get threaded with one eye. Alrighty. One more time. Not long enough. That's what she said. Okay, so now I just got to get my new fan mounted up. I'm going to check and see on you guys here real quick. What's happening, people? You have 3 easy ABLs. Yes, I've actually had a sensor that I bought for my A-net for over a year now. So this was sitting, and I just have not had no ambition to get in there and change it because I've just had such good luck with manual bend tramming, I should say, and I have kept with it. So, but the Piper is definitely going to be an auto bed leveling system, and I've got some parts that are going to be coming here pretty soon. Just had a couple other obligations to take care of first, so. Anyways, who we got still hanging out? I see Jerry still chiming in there. Skew 3D Matter Makers. Bob, you still hanging out? Warm and dry in Nebraska. Is that where you see? Yeah, Nebraska, huh? Who lives in Nebraska? All right. Let's see what's going on back over there. We're going to go and keep doing some work. Alright, so this guy here about to get a new connection. This is a DuPont connection that I'm going to be making here. Special crimper for doing it. These are the female side of the DuPont. Or actually, that's the male, I should say. And this is the female side. So I'm just making it so my fans are easy to take off and change in the future. If you're a hairspray user, your fan eventually is going to get gummed up. So I do have some alternative bed adhesive videos going to be coming up here. I've got a couple of things that I've been sent to sample and to review. Might possibly dig one of those out this evening in order to print some TPU. But let me focus on what's happening here at hand here. Alright, so Crimper makes these connections really, really quick and easy. So if you're going to be doing a lot of your own control boards or you're messing around with Arduino or anything, this is an awesome tool to invest in. The problem is it's a 635 piece set. So if you knock it over, you're playing 635 piece pickup. And getting them back organized again is not one of the top priorities that I had. I did pick the dog hair out of it, though. Proper orientation, push it in. You'll either feel or hear a little click. This one is giving me a little bit of a headache. Alrighty. Part 2 of the fan. One of the other things is that my cooling fan here had actually come undone at one point. I resoldered it and it's obviously come undone again. So me replacing it with a different fan is appropriate at this point in the juncture. Hope you can see that. I'm trying to show you. Problem is I'm left-handed, so everything you're seeing is in the opposite. Okay. Now the other important thing is to make sure that the fan is pointing in the right direction. Hot, man. Wire management at this point is going to be a thing. Uh-oh. Lost a screw. Hate when that happens. Oh, where did my... Hey, I found it. Okay, so at this point I have extruder cooling fan. This runs on 24. Well, put it on. Checking out, there's this extra bracket. Kind of looks like it goes behind this. Might have to install it. I'll let you see what I'm working on here in a second. I'll move the camera over there so you have an idea. So I had to get that nut way down inside of there. Alright, so now I'm going to just trying to get the proper size Allen wrench. Already got a little case of the dropsies going on right now. Okay, so the thing I got left to do is to get a connection on the end of this. It's going to match up with my cooling fan pliers. I'll just leave this on there just because it's on there. All right, how's we doing in the chat? Anybody? Let's see. Got to approve a message. All right, I am just going to keep working, guys. I see you're chatting away. A bunch of people have YouTube channels. Make sure you subscribe to each other, support each other. Anybody has any suggestions or anything that they'd like to maybe work with me on, you know, I have all kinds of my All my social media is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. You guys are welcome to follow me, friend me, like my posts, share my posts, help me get the word out. Alright, so let me make another mail connection. Alright, time to go fish. Yeah, number two. Yeah, number two. Perfect. Somewhere, I know there's more. You know, it's going to be the last one I find. If anybody would like to come over to my house and organize this, let me know in chat. I'll give you my address. I'll buy you lunch. Hey, I see one. Ta-da! Oh, I need my needle nose. My needle nose. My needle nose. They are resisting my force today. These needle nose are worthless. Don't ask. So I don't know. Hey, that works. Okay, fan. All I gotta do is insert. Yeah. So I gotta do that beforehand, huh? Huh. Modular. Okay, so it does come with a new screw. Insert the thermistor in its proper little hole. Okay. Heater cartridge is landed. Put some of this stuff away. Okay, so I just need to tighten the heater cartridge. I don't find my little get space cleaned up here a little bit. I just gotta find my little Allen wrench here. I know it's buried. Luckily I have backups. Get a nice good squeeze on it. Nothing too much. Oopsie daisy. Hey, I found the Allen wrench I was looking for. Stuck in the grub screw. Right in front of my face. Okay, the only thing left to do is to put my sock on, which is a new feature. Connect my fans. Connect my PTF tubing. Got a little wobble on my head there. Alright, so the only thing I didn't put on was the bed leveler mount, which will be once I get it. So it should be time to fire this guy up. Let's see, where are we? Come on. Alright, how's it going, everybody? I am running the Streamlabs OSB, yes. So how's everybody doing? Alright, so I'm pretty much, let's see if I get logged in here real quick. That's the wrong IP. I have 6 different IPs, and once in a while one will get changed, and can't remember the number. What's going on, Walter? How you doing, buddy? Trying to find the proper oh yeah, 13. Alright, I'm gonna do something here real quick. Okay. So organization is crucial in a small environment. Alright, so let's log in to that. Did you see that Streamline came out with the OSB, came out with the app for your phone? Yes, I did, Mike, and it turns out that I am an iOS user and they do not have one for the iOS. It is only Android based at this point in time. So, but yes, I saw it when it first came out. Basically what it does is it emulates $150 OSB streaming switchboard for free. Alright, so about to get Octoprint set up here. Pop it up on the screen so you can see it here in a second. And then we'll load up some filament if this thing's going to warm up, and we're going to print something. Country, you're watching 3 streams at one time, huh? You are a diehard. Alright, I'm about to switch cameras. And hopefully we can get this thing connected here. Okay, what is going on? What is going on? Octoprint sometimes acts up. I'm not gonna say that it's flawless all the time, but I will tell you that the time that it does save you when it's working properly, which is most of the time, only when you leave it for periods of time, it kind of sometimes needs to be rebooted. And I'm also doing OSB and using Firefox as my browser because OSB does not like Windows. Alright, I think I'm connected now, so let's see. We have a moving bed, so what I've got to do is I've got to check, make sure that I'm not going to be crashing into the bed. I don't know, it's kind of sexy. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the chat. Is that pretty or what? This is the old one. Okay, I'm going to go through my bed level in sequence. Okay. Cooling fan. Cooling fan works. Alright, last test. We're going to see if this thing gets warm. I'm going to set it for 210. See what happens. Alright. How we doing? How we doing? At this point, I'm just letting the hot end get hot. Okay, I'm at 210 degrees. Pretty quick. So, what do you say? Let me find this box. That's what we're going to print. Now, that being said, I'm going to get myself a rig here. So this is 1/2-inch pipe. If you see this, this is my first design, and it's big enough to fall out of my hands, but it's big enough for some threaded rod, and I had a big threaded rod going across the front of the printer, and it was kind of blocking my way, so I kind of redesigned it a little bit, and now it's still big enough to fall out of my hands. Holy crap. Now I can put a piece of 1/2-inch conduit through it. And use my rack or my shelf as an actual filament holder. So I've never printed with TPU before, so this will be my first go around. But according to Tesla, Dan, he says that, hang on one second. He says that he makes this stuff so that anybody can print it in whatever printer. So this is their green TPU. Very flexible. It fed through my Bowden tube pretty easy. I'm going to add one more trick to it with a pool noodle. Kind of helps it. Well, we're going to see how well this stuff prints. It extrudes at least. All right. Depends on who you're talking to. I call it threaded rod. Some of the other trades call it all thread. It all depends on what side of the creek or crick you're on. Is it a crick or is it a creek? I can't hear you pronounce it through text, but makes you think. Oh, Octoprint is giving me a little bit of headache. Let's see. What do you guys want to see? You want to see my beautiful face? Hello. How are you? So, what I'm in the process of doing right now is I'm going to get something sliced up. But in order to show you what I'm going to slice up, I need to go get something. So, you'll keep having people texting me. Can't show you the other screen that I'm looking at, but Jerry, you worked construction in Vegas for 25 years as a union laborer and you're retired. Well, I've been an electrician for almost 23 years now. Union for part of it and non-union for the rest of it. Let's go with 60 on the bed, 200 on the extruder. I'm going to go into remove, import, money, 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 show me the money. Where is it? Money. Sweet. Okay. So, I am going to go get something real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is my money clip, or as I call it, my money sleeve. And I carry this in my pocket. As you see, it's got my name on it. This is printed in PETG, and it works pretty good. Got, you know, some credit cards and some business cards, but I thought that would be really cool if it was in PETG or in flexible. So that's what I'm going to print. But I'm going to print it real slow and just let it go. But I can't, the computer that I'm working on is not hooked up through, I have two computers, so pardon me while I just make some quick modifications. CR-10 TPU, save as new, CR-10 TPU. Zero retraction, I'm going to go at 20 millimeters per second. I'm going to stick with a 0.3 millimeter layer height. I don't want 6 skirts. I don't want them that close. Temperature, it suggests 200, so I'm going to stick with 200 to start out. I'm going to put the bed at 60. I'm going to hit OK. Now, the only thing I haven't done, which you'll feel pardon me while I look through some packages. I have some stuff that was sent to me to review, and I've been looking for the opportunity because I can't review it if I haven't used it. So in order to use it, I have to print stuff. Make sense? I just want to see if there's actually... Okay. Alright, so I'm going to be introducing here a little product here. I'm not giving a review on it, but I'm going to show you what it is, and that way you'll know what I'm using, and when the review does come out, you'll know that I've actually tested it. But this is called Wolf Bite, and they put out a whole line of different bed adhesion solutions, and they have, you know, for all different materials. Comes with a little brush thing, and it says, let's see, instructions: remove lid, dip foam brush adapter into solution, apply by painting on cold glass with long strokes. That's what she said. Covering the entire bed area. Place glass on heated bed and preheat. Once glass is cooled, it may be necessary to run the part underwater to separate from the build plate. Preheat bed to 100 to 135 degrees Celsius. So, I'm not going that hot. So if it fails, it's might be because of that, but we won't go fail right away. But what I do have to do is wash my bed. It's definitely not clean, so give me 2 seconds while I go take care of this, and I'll be right back. Okay. It smells a little bit like vinegar. Which is not undesirable. Some of the other stuff has definitely some different odors. Okay. Well, the only thing I don't have is the nozzle primed or the file saved. I am just working with the slicer over here. Now, according to my slicer, it's going to take 3 hours and 1 minute, which is basically because it's printing really slow. Okay, I'm sliced up. let's get a different view here. A second while I edit this there, partner. Alright, never mind. Come on. We'll just go with that view. Yes. At this point, I'm just trying to get it fed down into through the Bowden tube. I couldn't push it any further, so I'm just letting the motor do the work for me. That helps for visualization purposes. No, it is not going any further. Okay. So, at this point, the TPU is not feeding into my Alright, we're not going to print TPU, I guess. Let's say, that kind of rains on my parade here a little bit. I'm going to try it in that because it's a direct drive and it's more of an extruder setup for flexibles. But once again, don't know. I want to make sure the filament's actually going to feed through there, which I haven't tried yet. So, what do you say we print some guess we'll print some sky blue. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Maybe it wasn't the TPU's fault after all. Aha! A tiny clog in the end. Alright. So, let's say TPU back on. Oh, I got TPU coming out. All right. What do you say? Oh, camera down. Camera down. Tripped over the camera. I see something down. Definitely sticking.